Alright class, let's take a look at the main idea and supporting details today. The main idea of a section is the most important idea that the author presents in a paragraph or a section of text. Key details give you important information to support the main idea. We want to find text evidence to support this today. When I reread this section, Connections, on page 123 in the Rescuing Our Reefs, I can reread to find the key details. Then I can think about what those details have in common. Now I can figure out the main idea of the section. All the key details tell about the main idea. So this is just about page 123, Connections. Just this section. The main idea of the whole section is animals and plants in the coral reef depend on each other. And then they give us all sorts of reasons. Algae produces food through the process of photosynthesis. The coral provides a home and carbon dioxide for the algae. Parrotfish eats the algae inside of the coral reef. All those things are from these 3 paragraphs. Today we want to take a look at coral bleaching. This is kind of the negative effects of what's going on in the coral reef. As we do that, we would like to accomplish page 72. If you look at the bottom, page 72, you can start with your name at the top of this. Let's reread this section. It says the photographer shoots more photos as she swims. The reef might have looked like this hundreds of years ago, but then she stopped and she stares at a big area of bleached white coral. Once colorful, this whitish coral now looks broken pieces of a crumbling castle. Coral depends on a natural balance to stay healthy. I think that's my main idea. Coral depends on a natural balance to stay healthy. I'm going to see if all the rest of the details point to that, and then I would add that here. Climate change and pollution can cause an imbalance. Some areas have dried up from drought, while others have had more rain. Too much sun and warm weather, ocean temperature, can cause coral bleaching. If pollution gets into the water, or the water gets too warm, the relationship between the coral and the algae breaks down. The algae stops making food. The coral ejects the algae. The algae are what give the coral its color. The coral loses color. It starves because it needs the algae to make food. So coral depends on a natural balance to stay healthy. Now I think we need to find 3 details that shows why the coral is unhealthy. I think this is number 1 of them. Climate change and pollution can cause an imbalance. Natural balance is what we want to keep. Climate change makes it have an imbalance. 2, too much sun and warmer waters can cause coral bleaching. And then the last one, you're on your own. And I think you can take it from paragraph 3 there. I'm going to put that down here, paragraph number 3. If pollution gets in the water or the water gets too warm, the relationship between the algae breaks down. The algae stops making food, the coral ejects the algae, and the algae is what gives it the color. The coral loses its color, it starves because it needs more algae to make food. This is the area where you can find your third detail to say we got to have a balance here. And if there's not a balance between the coral and the algae, that's when we run into problems. All right, our second objective from today was main idea and supporting details. Remember, we can do this of a whole story, or we can do it just of a section. Today we worked on it as just of a section. All right, class, have a great day.